Hello, we are Gryffindor.
And in Hawaii Preparatory Academy, in science, we learned there are 100 billion neurons in your brain. That's more people in the world. You can do anything if you just keep trying over and over.
Neurons are cells that help you think. When you learn something new, the neurons connect. When you talk about something multiple times, your neurons become bigger and the connection becomes stronger.
In Hawaii Preparatory Academy, we learned how to code. A loop is a set of instructions, repeat blocks, help you do stuff over and over again. You don't have to use a bunch of forwards and lefts and rights.
"42 different levels and 12 different lessons."
Bye.
Bye. So this is what we learned in math throughout the school year so far. I am Micah, and I am Micah of Hawaii Preparatory Academy. I am going to tell you that in third grade we did elapsed time. Elapsed time is how much time is in 2 times.
Hi, my name is Nawe. I'm going to tell you about bar graphs. Bar graphs show you data, like when I want to see how many children have pizza, I can look on a bar graph.
Hi, my name is Maya of Hawaii Preparatory Academy, and I am going to tell you about how long is the morning. The morning is about 12 hours.
Hi, I'm Kamala'a of Hawaii Preparatory Academy, and I am going to be telling you what we did in math. We also learned how to tell time on a clock, and what we also did was count hours and minutes. And yeah, so that was our review for what we learned in math of Ravenclaw. And bye.
Bye. Here's a little bit about the 3 branches of government.
First, there is the legislative, and the legislative is the Congress, and that is, it's the House of Representatives, and it's the senators, and they can make laws.
And
So the next up is the executive. The executive is the president. In other words, the White House. The president can either veto it or make sure, or I forget the word, but he can either make it a law. If he vetoes it, it goes back into the House of Rep. It goes back into the legislative and goes around in a circle again, and they can unveto it, which in that case it becomes a law.
And the third grade is writing its.
Next up is the judicial branch. The judicial branch interprets the law. The judicial branch is the Supreme Court, which is a head court, and then there are lots of little courts off of it. Oh, and they're picking a new Supreme Court member this week.
And the third grade is writing its own constitution.
We are learning about comparing and contrasting, and we are learning about the plot and the setting, and we are talking about the book Chamber of Secrets, and we also are reading it.
Chapter 1. The worst birthday. It's Harry's birthday, but some guests are coming over. Called them. They're the Masons, and the bush. Harry came out. Harry went outside, and then he saw two green eyes looking at him. So Uncle Vernon told Harry to stay out, to go upstairs in his room.
Chapter 2, Dobby's Warning. When he went upstairs, he saw a house elf laying on his bed. And the house elf was named Dobby. And the whole time he was banging, they had a conversation, and the whole time he was banging his head on the wall. And Dobby told Harry Potter, he should not go back to Hogwarts.
Don't forget that Harry kept all of the letters coming to Harry from his friends Hermione and Ron.
Oh, Chapter 3, The Burrow. Chapter 3, The Burrow. So Ron and his brothers came to Uncle Vernon's house and was by Harry's window, and then Harry opened the window up and saw them. Ron said, "Why haven't you been sending our letters back?" And then Harry remembered that Dobby probably has been stopping them. So then,
Remember, they came in a flying car.
oh yeah, and they came in a flying car, and then they took off with Harry. They landed at Ron's mom's house, and then they landed, and gnomes started coming from everywhere, and then they had to make them get away. And then they went inside of the house, and Ron's mom came out, and she said she was worried, sick. And then yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank
Out.
you for watching. Peace. Out.